Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, in previous lecture, so I have explained the heap sort algorithm and time complexity of heap sort algorithm. So now in this lecture, I will explain the quick sort algorithm analysis, and then we will find the time complexity of quick sort algorithm. Okay, so first you need to know about the quick sort algorithm. So how it works and how will we sort an array by using quicksort algorithm. اول باید شما بفهمین که quicksort algorithm چی قسم کار میکنه و چی قسم یک ارے را sort میکنه. صحیح است؟ نو بعد از این ما باز time complexity را پیدا میکنیم. صحیح است؟ So now here, what is a quicksort algorithm? Quicksort is a highly efficient sorting algorithm and is based on partitioning of array of data into smaller arrays. A large array is partitioned into two arrays, one of which holds values smaller than the specified value, say pivot, okay, based on which the partition is made, and another array hold values greater than the pivot value. Okay, so now what does this definition means? So in this definition, so we have two main things. So one, and quick sort, we are doing the partitioning. Second thing, we are taking the pivot value. Okay, so when we find the pivot value and then the position of the pivot value, so we can say that this is the now when you find the position of the pivot value, then we can do partitioning and the quick sort. So quick sort is what? This is a sorting in which we are sorting the array by doing partitions. اینجا ما partitions میکنیم. صحیح است؟ مقصد امی ارے است به سب دو ارے تقسیم میشه. مثل که در مرج سارت ما گفته بودم که یک لارجر ارے که است او به سمالر دو ارے تقسیم میشه. خو اینجا در کویک سارت ما میکسم میشه که مقصد یک ارے در سمالر دو ارے تقسیم میشه. اینجا این به دو ارے تقسیم میشه، مثل که در هیپ سارتم بود. صحیح است؟ در مرج سارتم بود. باینری تری داره. صحیح است؟ خو کویک سارت که است از مرج سارت کمک تغییر است. اینجا ما پارتیشنینگ میکنیم و اونجا که هست ما ارے را دایرکتلی به دو حصه ما تقسیم میکردیم. صحیح است؟ اونجا پارتیشنینگ نبود، اینجا ما پارتیشنینگ میکنیم. و پارتیشنینگ will be done on the basis of pivot value. So now first you need to know about the pivot value. So now what is a pivot value? So for example, if we have an array, for example, we have an array 4, 8, sorry, you can write it just like this, but for your understanding, let me just write this 8, 4, 5, 9, 10. So now, what is a pivot value? So pivot value means that you can choose any value of these values, of these array values. هر ولیو که شما انتخاب میکنی فرق نمیکنه. شما اول ولیو را از pivot، دوم ولیو را از pivot، سوم ولیو را از pivot، چهارم ولیو را از pivot یا پنجم ولیو را از pivot value شما گرفته میتونی. So it is randomly you are taking the pivot value among these values. Okay, so any value you want, you can take out of these 5 values for the pivot value. So now for example, let me just choose this value is a pivot value. For example, ما چی میگیریم؟ ما اول value رو چی میگیریم؟ pivot value ما میگیم. for example ایره ما pivot value گرفتیم. So now we will do some analysis, sorry, we will do some steps. Okay, and we will perform some steps to make the pivot value is the middle. So in which uh, the small value will be on the left of the pivot value and the larger value will be on the right of the pivot value. So now we will make this array just like this. When we make array just like this, so now for example 5, 4, 8, 10, 9. So assume that after doing some procedures, some steps, performing some steps, so for example we get this array. So I will do that steps. Okay, ma tashri میکنم ما مو step ها را که چی قسم pivot value اینجا باز میه. مثال pivot value اینجا آمد. ولی pivot value پوزیشن امی پوزیشن هسته. چرا امی پوزیشن دیگه باز ما steps اپلای نمیکنیم؟ چرا؟ با این خاطر که pivot value پوزیشن pivot value رو ما با پوزیشن یا با جای ما میاریم که از طرف چپ باید ولیوی خرد باشه و از طرف راست value چی می باشه؟ کلان value می باشه. So we can say this is the exact position of this pivot value. The exact position is pivot value هسته. Now we are doing this by using some steps, okay, and we will perform those steps to bring the pivot value to the position in which the smaller value will be on left side and the larger value from the pivot will be on the right side. Still the array is not in sorted form. So now we will do partitioning when we find the exact position of the pivot value. So now this is the exact position of pivot value. When you find the exact position of the pivot value, it means on the right side we will have larger value from this pivot value, and at the left side we will have smaller value of the pivot value. So इस तरफ कोचक वैल्यू में باشه طرف راست و طرف طرف چپ کوچک ولیو می باشه، خرد ولیو از پیوت می باشه و طرف راست که است این کلان ولیو یا بزرگ ولیو می باشه از پیوت ولیو. صحیح است. Now when we reach to this position, so then we will do partitioning. باز ما partitioning میگیم. یک جدا اره می باشه و یک جدا اره می باشه. باز اره با دو حصه تقسیم میشه. نامی تقسیمش که است ایرا ما partitioning میگیم. صحیح. خو یک قسم د مرج سورت نبود. ما دایرکت د مرج سورت چی میگیم؟ اره را به دو حصه تقسیم میکنیم. صحیح است. خو in case of quick sort، د کویک سورت چی قسم میشه؟ اول باید ما پوزیشن پیوت ولیو رو پیدا کنیم و بعد از این باید ما پارتیشنینگ بکنیم. صحیح است. بعد از این باید ما پارتیشنینگ کنیم. صحیح است. باز ما اره را به دو حصه تقسیم میگیریم. باز دوباره ما یک پیوت ولیو میگیریم. باز پوزیشن پیوت ولیو که پیدا شد، بعد از این ما اره را به دو حصه تقسیم میگیریم. Further I will divide this when we reach at the single value. آخر که ما به single value رسیدم که مقصد دیگه باز value نمی باشه. So then we will stop the partitioning and we will sort array, and then we will get the sorted array by using the quick sort. صحیح است. No, the merge sort partitioning نبود، اینجا partitioning هست. صحیح است. So now let me just take an example of an array. So on next slide we have an array. So now let me sort this array. So I will explain the procedure, that how will we bring the pivot value to its actual position, okay, and then how will we do partitioning in that in this array, okay. So let me just explain this, and after explaining this, so I will come to this these slides, so then you will know these slides, otherwise you cannot understand these slides, okay. So now first let me just find the pivot, and then I will do partitioning in this, okay. So let me just write this array. Okay, this is an array. So now let me just first take a pivot value, and then we will find the exact and actual position of the pivot value, and after that we will do partitioning, okay. So now let me open notepad, and I will solve here. Okay, so now this is our array, 11, 17, 9, 13, 16, 7, 4, 10, and 6. For example, this is index 0, this is index 1, this is index 2, index 3. ایخو array است، شما میفهمین که indexing چی قسم میشه. ایخو آسان است براتون. سیز 5 6 7 8. It means we have total number of 9 elements in this array. Okay, for example, the name of this array is equal to a. For example, we have array is equal to a. So here what we have, so for example, I'm selecting the first element is pivot. First element is pivot element. Pivot. Chester pivot is equal to 11. You can select any one of them, no problem. So I have selected the 11. The first element is a pivot. Next, so you should also find the leftmost element and the rightmost element. For example, I'm taking this is our leftmost element. So here I have taken this is a pivot. Okay, pivot. So I will assign the leftmost element. For example, I'm assigning I. I is the leftmost element. J is the rightmost element. به خاطر ما اول نگرفتیم صحیح که مقصد اینجا پایوت هست. نو بازم اگر ما ایرا باز شما میفهمین اگر ما کمپیر کنیم بازم اینجا میاد صحیح است. خب مقصد ما چی گرفتیم؟ So first I have taken this is the leftmost element. مقصد طرف چپ کی است؟ خیرین element ایرا ما گرفتیم و ایرا ما J rightmost element طرف راست آخرین element کی است ما ایرا گرفتیم. J 8 را گرفتم و I کی است 1 را گرفته صحیح است. So now I will perform this. Okay, A I is اگر A I آزی greater باشه, sorry, less. If A I is less than this pivot, if A I is less than pivot, okay, so then we will increase I, okay, I plus plus, and then we will again check this. Okay, no amiksam I بخاطر I است بخاطر J ما چیکسم میکنیم صحیح است A of J, so the element at position J, if it is greater than pivot, اگر ای از pivot greater است خیر شما باز میفهمین. امی اگر ما باز میایم تشریح میگیریم که مقصدش چی است. خب if AJ is greater than pivot, so then J plus plus, so this will be a while loop. این چی است؟ while loop است. داخل while باید نوشته شود صحیح است. inside while I will write this, and I will also write this inside the while loop. ایرا ما دا چی نوشته میکنیم؟ دا while loop نوشته میکنیم. این الگوریتمیک قسم است. خب J plus plus I plus plus یک value اضافه میشه. Sorry, for J I did a mistake. So for J we will use J minus minus به این خاطر که J 8 است این طرف که میایه باز یک value کم میشه. So now what does it mean? First it will check, so we will check the larger value. If any value is greater than this pivot value, so we will swap that value with this which is smaller than pivot value. So for J we are checking the smaller value, from pivot, and for I we are checking the greater या larger value या large value from pivot. For example, 17 is greater than or less than 11. So 17 is greater than 11. So it means that this is not less than 11. So this is not less than 11. So AI is now 17. So 17 is not less than 11. Now I increment Namisha. So I will be this one. So now we have AI is equal to 11. AI is equal to 17. Next. So when this loop stop, so this loop will start. भाई खातर की loop all condition false should condition की false should was execute ना में direct में है point सही है while aj is greater than pivot. So is this element is greater than pivot value? 6 is greater than 11? No, 6 is not greater than 11. Okay, now 6 as 11 greaterness, so this will also not execute. So now j is this one, I is this one. Okay, so na j na I increment should, na j decrement should. No inja chito shudan inja value I ai have the value a 8 ke asta which is the 6 asta. So now I is this, j is this. So now these are not executing. So now we will swap. So when both of the loops, sorry, swap, when both of the loops are become false, so then we will swap what? We will swap AI with AI with AJ. So we will swap AI and AJ. AI or AJ Ramochi mechanism, swap mechanism. So these two will be swapped. So now swap 17 with 6. Okay. So go. इस तरफ element अगर greater बॉशा as ही no in jama I रमे मानम बॉस पेश ना मेरे सही से no 17 is greater than 11. So now we have 17 right here on this position as on I position. So on this from right side we will check the less value. आया शश as 11 less असतं या خرد असतं? Yes, ही خرد असतं. اینجا ما خرد value گرفتیم و اینجا ما colon value پیدا کردیم. So now the value which is greater than pivot and less than pivot on this side. So now swap these two. So I will swap 17 with 6. So now 17 will be here and 6 will be here. So you should write this in your notebook step by step, so then you will understand. सही से देखिए तोपचा step by step नविश्ता के दिन सही से बहुत शुमा میفهمین. خب ما خود direct اینجا نوشته کردیم، اینجا پاک کردیم، اونجا نوشته کردیم، شما در دیگه step بازی کارا کنین. صحیح است؟ خب next again, so again this will execute, the loop will again start for I. So now I is less than pivot. Yes, I is less than pivot. All 6 is less than pivot. Yes. So now I will increment. So I will come on to this position. So I will come on this position on ninth position, sorry, on second position, which is the item is equal to 9. So now again it will check aya AI maksad 9 as yazda kam asta? Yes, 9 is less than 11. So again I will increment, this will execute because the condition is true, so loop will execute this one. So again I will increment and will move toward 13. Look at this, it will move toward this 13. So now I3, yeah, A3 is equal to 13. So on third position we have 13. Next again it will check A3, it means 13 is less than 11. No, 13 is greater than 11. Look at this, 13 is greater than 11. 13 क्या असतं? E as U as ची असतं, greater असतं, colon असतं. So here I will write 13 is not less than 11. So now I will not increment. I guess all increment نمیشه. سو I همینجا میمانه. بعد از این لوپ که فال شد اکزیکیوشنش خلاص شد آل اینجا میایه. while AJ سگو AJ 17 است. آله J امو پوزیشن است. آیا 17 از 11 greater است؟ yes. 17 is greater than 11. yes ای greater است. نو ما مقصد J را این طرف باز میاریم. صحیح است. سو ناو J ماینس ماینس میشه. اول J 8 بود، آلی با کدام پوزیشن میایه؟ J که است با 7 پوزیشن میایه، با این خاطر که J ماینس ماینس است. اوکی. So now J will be on this position. So now I will check 10. 10 is less, again it will execute. 10 is less than 11. Yes, 10 is less than 11. It's not greater than 11. सही है. 10 is not greater than 11. इंजा अगर मैं दौरा निश्चित करें सही. So when I write here 10, so what does it means? It means that 10 is not greater than 11. So now J value will not be a decrement. Now E loopum chi should false should. So next what we have? We have swap. So what should we swap? AI. So on position AI what we have? We have 13, and on position AJ what we have? So now we have 10. So you should swap these two. अगर इस तरफ larger value as pivot में है, वही तरफ अगर smaller value as pivot में है, हम उधर swap mechanism. सही है. So now swap these two. So 10 will be right on place of 13, and 13 will be written on place of 10. So let me just write here 13 and write here 10. So 10 is here and 13 is here. Again this will be executed. So now how this will execute? So again we have AI ology is the 10 as the. So 10 is less than 11. pivot value تغییر نمیشه. خب pivot value همون pivot می باشه. So 10 is less than 11. Sorry, 10 will be here. Okay, 10 is less than 11. Yes, 10 is less than 11. So now I will be incremented. So I will come to this position. So look at this. I will come now to 16. So it will come to this. Okay, so again it will check with this. So 16 is less than 11. So here now the value will be 16. 16 is less than 11. No, 16 is not less than 11. So I will not be incremented. Okay, so this will not execute. So the loop has been finished. Okay, execution has been finished. So now the next loop will execute AJ. So now J value is 13. I had 13 as 11 greater as the. Yes, 13 is greater than 11. So in this place now I will write the 13. I will write the 13. So 13 is greater than 11. Yes, 13 is greater than 11. So what will happen? So here the value of J will decrement. Awal J chi bud J 7 bud all J value chi misha decrement misha. 13 as 11 chi is the greater as the. No maksad all value chi misha inja mein hai. So now the value will be on this. So now it will check 4 with pivot value. So now J is become 4. So on A4 or on A, sorry, J will become 6 and AJ will become 4. So so here 4 is greater than, look at this, 4 is greater than 11. No, so the condition is false. So now J will not be decrement. So here we will swap these two values. E greater as E less as the. So we will swap these two values. So how will we swap? So look at this. So we will write 4 here and 16 here. 16 ma इस तरफ नष्ट मेगिनम और 4 के असमा इस तरफ नष्ट मेगिनम. सही है. So next what will happen? Again it will execute this after swap. So now AI. So now at position AI we have not 16, we have 4. So is the inja all machi darim 4 darim. So 4 is less than, again look at check this, 4 is less than 11. Yes, 4 is less than 11. So now I value will be incremented. I value will increment right here and it will become on 5. Says it will become 5. Okay, so 5. Again 7 is less than 11. Yes, 7 is less than 11. Okay, so now I this value will become 7, okay, because I has been incremented. Now a 5 olimia a 5 case to 7 as the 7 is less than 11. Yes, 7 is less than 11. So again it will increment only dobara ichimisha increment misha, okay. And now when it increments, so it will come on to the sixth position, the position was may I say the. So now ai is equal to 16. Look at this, I will become on this position, sorry, I will be now I and j both are on the same position, okay. So now again it will check for I. So now the I value is 6 and ai is 16. So let me check 16 with pivot. So 16 is less than pivot, no, so I will not increment, so I will stop here, okay. So now it will check for j. So now j is 6. No, a6 is equal to 16, value all aj as the 16 as the. So 16 is greater than 11. Yes, it's greater than 11. So when it's greater than 11, so j value will be decrement. J value chi mishale decrement mishano j value awal shash but ole bachi mi aya ba 5 mi aya. No j value ole ba 5 amada wo a j value chi is the half tasta. So now j will be cross the value of I will move to that side and j will move to left side. So now again this will check 7 is less than uh, so one more thing should be keep in mind, okay, that so here aj is 7. 7 is greater than 11, no, so 7 is not greater than 11, okay. So 7 is not greater than 11, so the condition is false. And again what will happen, so aj sorry ai and aj, so in this case, so these two will not be swapped, okay. So when these two are not swapping, so here I will have a while loop. इंजे एक while loop में बॉशा अगर मोमेगियम के अगर I is less than j बॉशा no ये कुल्लिश procedure बायत execute शो starting from here and ending to this position. सही है, अगर I is less than j शुदा j बॉशा सही है, अगर I is less than j बॉशा no बॉस ये execute को, अगर I is less than j ना बॉशा बॉस execute ना को. no इंजा I value वक्त कि मैं گرفتم اول چی بود یک بود j value چی بود 8 بود. no I یک is less than 8 no میکسم execute میشد سعی تا این جایی که رسیدم حالا I value چی هسته 6 هسته و j value چی هسته 5 هسته. no 6 is less than 5, no 6 is not less than 5. So now this will not execute, again there will be no swap. वक्त की j value ई तरफ भी आया और I value उ तरफ रफ्ता सही से नो बॉस ई बॉडी कैसे execute ना मिशो बॉस दिगा swapping नहीं है. at the last आखिर कैसे j value ची है 5 हस्ता वो aj ची है 7 हस्ता. at the last we will swap what, we will swap the pivot value and aj and the pivot value. हर वक्त के आयु जे तरफ है चपमा दो आई तरफ है रास्त रफ्त मकसद वैल्यू ही आई ऑल ग्रेटर शुड दो कंडीशन फॉल्स शुदा नो बॉज ई बॉडी एग्जीक्यूट नमेशा नो तो आखिर बॉज मोची मिगिनम we are swapping what, we are swapping the aj. So now aj is 7 and with the pivot element, so we will swap at the last the pivot element with the aj. You know aj is 7 both, so we will swap these two. Now 7 e taraf hamara or 11 e taraf hamara. So this was the pivot value. So now this is the actual position of the pivot value. So now when you check this pivot value, so what will we have, so we will have the larger value at the right side, and we will have the smaller value at the right side, at the left side. So this is the actual position of the pivot. So now here in this first partitioning, what is the position of the pivot value? J is equal to 5. So 5 is the actual position of the pivot value. Okay, so now when we find this, so then we will do the partitioning. बहुत अजीम और partitioning making partitioning चिक्स हमेशा 11 pivot position असतं सही असतं एक तरफ कदम value मिळाया व एक तरफ कदम value मिळाया एक तरफ क्या असतं कदम array मिळाया. So on this position we will have which array? 7, 6, 9, 10 and 4. So this will be the left side of the pivot and this will be the right side of the pivot. This will be the right side of the pivot, which we have 16, 13, okay, and here we will have 17. So 3 elements on this side and 5 elements on this side. So again we will perform this complete procedure. For example, this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, and here we will have 5. Sorry, 5 is this one. Pivot is on 5th position. So this is the 6. Okay, so here we will have 6, here we will have 7, and we will have 8. Okay, so again we will do the same procedure for finding. For example, first I am taking this as the pivot, okay, and this is for example I, and this is equal to j. For this I will do the same procedure. For example, this is pivot, ichi mein bosha pivot value mein bosha says this is for example I, and this is for example j. So you should do the same procedure for this, and then when we will again divide it into 2, we will again divide it into 2, okay, and again we will find the pivot value and we'll do the same procedure. Okay, ये दोबारा बॉस execute में शा. So we are recursively calling this function. एक function mod बार बार call making एक कदम function असतं एक complete function क्या असतं वो partition function असतं हो partition. So here we will have the partition function and we will call this partition function with 3 values: the value of array, the complete array, and we will call this with lower bound, lower value, lower index, and the higher index. Lower index कदम में गिरा वो higher index कदम असतं. This is array a is equal to, this will be the start of this function and this will be the end of this function. Okay, so now we will call this function again and again. For the first array we will call this, so it will take this array, okay, and then it will take lower element is, yeah, lower value is 1 I, this is lower and this is higher. At first calling it will take the awal calling e l में गिरा वो h के असतं l 1 में गिरा वो h के असतं 8 में गिरा. باز the دوم دفعه अगर ما call میکنیم باز برای e array के असतं इची में गिरा l I के असतं या l lower bound I या l सही असतं of this array 1 में गिरा वो higher ची में गिरा 4 में गिरा. برای e array ची में गिरा lower या l या I ची में गिरा 6 में गिरा वो h के असतं या j के असतं उची में गिरा 8 में गिरा. आम्ही कसं बाजी بدوی सा तقسیم میشه. So we will call this function recursively, we will call this function recursively till we get the single value. For example, اینجا اگر ما single value باز گرفتیم سعی است آخر مثال ما این وقت که تقسیم میکنیم. For example, at this position it get single value. For example, یک value او گرفتن سعی است اینجا 5 value این طرف می باشه سعی است. For example, it will take the it will have a single value at the leave. Okay, so then we will stop calling this partitioning. So is the boss must stop making him combine misha, and then we will find the sorted array. Okay, so one more thing, this technique, yeah, quick sort, is also using the divide and conquer rule, just like we used and the heap sort algorithm and the merge sort algorithm. So the same divide and conquer rule we have right here, but the difference is that in merge sort we are not doing the partitioning, and we are not making the max heap. So in case of heap sort we are making the max heap and then we are sorting the array. In case of quick sort algorithm, so we are making the partitions by finding the actual position of the pivot value, and then we are sorting the array, okay, by using the divide and conquer rule. So in this we will also have what, we will also have the recursion tree we have right here, okay, and we have the binary tree. So the binary tree recursion in case of merge sort, so it has the time complexity of n log n, and heap sort, this tree has also the time complexity of n log n, okay, and this is also the binary tree, so the time complexity will also be n log n, just like we find in the merge sort and heap sort. So the time complexity of this will also be what, will also be n log n. So inshallah we will discuss this in coming lectures, in coming slides, but this was the procedure to find the actual position of the pivot value, and then we are doing the partitioning. I hope you understand the partitioning and finding the actual position of the pivot value. तो मकसद आमी procedure आमी steps रखे ما برای مکمل یک ارے ما کار کردم صحیح است parent ارے आमी برای این आमी قسم میشه صحیح است قسم compare میشه اول pivot value است ای less است نو I امین جمعی مان sorry I باز increment میشه 9 is not less than 7 I امین جمعی مانا امی قسم J است J 4 است 4 is less than 7 نو جیم امین جمعی مانا و بعد از این ما چی میکنیم swap میکنیم 4 و 9 را باز ما چی میکنیم swap میکنیم امی قسم we will do this process just like I did for the this parent array until we end a single element. صحیح است آخر کی ما single element چی کنیم find کنیم صحیح است. So after that, so we will stop the partitioning and then we will get the sorted array by merging these arrays, okay, with each other. So this is the finding the actual position of the pivot value and doing partitioning. Okay, so it's enough for this lecture. So inshallah I will discuss next portion of the quick sort and the coming lectures. Okay, so if you have any questions, so then you can ask. Okay.